Good morning and welcome to NFL Gameline. I'll be your host today. My name's Larry Abels, and joining me are two experts. I'll introduce them right now. First is Neil Abels. How are you, Neil?
Finding yourself.
Hey, everything's good. And we have our sports doctor, the sports doctor himself, our good friend Earl Go Rush. How you doing, Earl?
I'm doing well. Did I ever tell you about the time when we did a Real Fellas Talk sports show? It was one of our better shows, and I forgot to print live. We had to.
Yeah.
It
That,
was one of
that,
our best shows, and I didn't even get it.
that can happen to anybody.
But that's not answering your question. Your question was, how am I doing? I'm doing well.
Okay, so now we're going to have the playoff edition of NFL Gameline. Um, Here are the final regular season results. You know, it was a real tough battle, but I ended up edging Neil by one game. Earl also was well above 500, 17 games above 500. So all of us had successful seasons. Now, the slate will be wiped clean, and we're going to get into these playoff games. So without further ado, start off with you, Neil. LA Chargers at the Houston Texans. Who do you like in that game?
I'm gonna take the Chargers. They're a away team, Earl. I'm gonna take the Chargers. Texas seem like they can't block, right? They can't protect their quarterback. So I'm gonna take the Chargers in this one.
Earl, who do you have?
I'm going with the Chargers. I'm not big on CJ Stroud, just like everyone else is. I said last year when he was playing exceptional that we'll see if he can consistently keep it up. And as of this year, he has not consistently kept it up. Yet he does have several injuries. His top receivers hurt, and they have several injuries on their team. So I can't really pinpoint the fault on their quarterback because he doesn't have his whole arsenal. So I'm going to be reasonable and realistic and see what happens next year. But he ain't doing like he was doing last year, this year, for sure. Did I have to say all that to say that I had the Chargers?
No, it's always good to get some rationale. We know it's just because the sports doctor says, we need to pay homage to that. But I'm gonna go against both of you guys, and I'm gonna start off in the playoffs taking Houston. I'm gonna go with the home team, and I think they'll win this one game. Okay, next game, divisional rival, Pittsburgh at Baltimore. Earl, who do you like in that game?
I like Baltimore. Pittsburgh, I don't know how their coach is done what he's done with those two lame brain quarterbacks they got. I'm going with Baltimore for sure.
Lane brain quarterbacks. Neil, who do you have in this game?
I have Baltimore as well. I think it's time for Lamar to prove to people that he can do it in the playoffs. And what better team to do it against his rival, Pittsburgh Steelers?
I'm going to go with Baltimore as well, but it seems like Baltimore should handle them easily like they did 2 weeks ago. But Mike Tomlin always seems ready, and he knows Baltimore. But I think Baltimore will get over the hump because they have Derrick Henry, even though Pittsburgh beat him with Derrick Henry earlier. I look for him to have a big game today, so I'm going to go with Baltimore. Okay, the next game we have is Denver at Buffalo. Neil, who do you like in that game?
I'm gonna take the Bills. I just don't think Denver can beat them.
Earl, who do you think?
I got a feeling that you're not asking about my feeling. You asked me who I'm picking. Okay.
But we want to get your feelings too,
Trying not to embarrass myself. It's hard for me to go against Buffalo, even though I think Denver is going to upset them. I'm so embarrassed by my performance the whole season. I'm trying to finish the season on a strong note, so I'm not going out on a limb or anything. I'm going to take Buffalo.
Hey, Sharice, how you doing? Thanks for joining us.
Sharice, what up?
And we also have Phyllis out here. Hey, Phyllis, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in.
Phyllis, what up?
So I guess I need to pick, and I'm going to pick. I'm going to take Buffalo in this game too. Okay, next game: Green Bay at Philadelphia. Earl, who wins that game?
Philadelphia.
Why
Philadelphia.
does Philadelphia win?
Why?
Yeah,
Ain't nothing wrong with Hurts. He ain't hurt. And if he ain't hurt, it's nothing to even think about.
Hurts is not hurt. Okay, Neil, who do you like in that game?
I'm gonna take the Eagles as well. I think even with a little bit of Hurts is better than the other quarterbacks they have, and they still have a star running back in that backfield.
This is going to be my upset pick. Sharice also is going with Philly. I'm going to pick Green Bay. Somebody's going to get upset this week. So I think Green Bay is going to go in there and beat Philadelphia. I doubt if Hurts will run as frequently as he has in the past. I mean, he just cleared concussion protocol after 3 weeks. So I think Philly might hold back on him a little bit. That doesn't mean Barkley's not going to have a good game, but that's going to be my upset pick. Okay. Washington at Tampa. Neil, who do you like in that game?
I'm taking the Commanders. I think it's time for Tampa to take a L. They've been on a streak and all that, and I'm taking the Commanders in this one. My upset pick.
Earl, who do you like in that game?
I'm going with James Daniels. As long as he's in the playoffs, I'm cool with him.
Well, I remember what Baker Mayfield did to them in the first game, and it makes me a little leery. But I guess my hometown bias, I'm gonna go with the Commanders too.
Okay.
Sharice is going with the Commanders too, so that's it. And the last game, very interesting game. Minnesota Vikings at the Los Angeles Rams. Neil, who do you like?
I'm taking the Vikings. Yeah, I'm taking the Vikings. I know the Rams. Didn't the Rams put it on them early, not too long ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I misspoke. They're not. The Rams are the home team, but they're moving that game out of California.
Arizona.
Yeah, due to the fires.
The
And
Rams,
prayers for the people in Southern California.
The Rams haven't had a home team since they moved to this state. They don't have a home crowd, so it don't matter what state they're in. They don't have their crowd is the worst as far as supporting a home team in the NFL. They're horrible.
So, are you going with the Vikings or the Rams?
I'm going with the Rams. I'm going with the Rams because I think Donald's going to revert back to his sorry ass self. I think he's been playing over his head this year, as I've been trying to tell you the last 3 days, and you'd be like, yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah, I'm going with the Rams.
I look for Sam Darnold to bounce back, and I think they'll beat the Rams. So I'm going to go with the Vikings today.
Okay. All right.
Well, those are all our picks. I mean, we have 6 games. Normally we have 7, but we have 6. So we'll see how things turn out this week. So this again, we have a playoff edition. So we'll see who does the best in the playoffs, because now this is where the games really count.
No, they don't count. The whole season is more important than the playoffs. If you win the whole season, you were consistent the whole year. Anybody can get hot during the playoffs.
That is true, but
yeah,
we had a little spice to it. We just got a shorter run and a more finite number of games, so we have to be right quicker now than we do during the season. Yeah, and we have a few. I've gone out there and gone against you guys on a couple of them. So and Earl, you've gone against us on at least one. So we'll see. I'm counting on Green Bay to upset Philly and put me ahead, and Houston to beat the Chargers.
I wouldn't be mad if Green Bay beat Philly. It'd mess up my pick, but on a personal basis, I would enjoy it.
I don't like Green Bay. I don't like Love. Forget Green Bay. Y'all see this.
Well, that's all the time.
Aaron Love.
What about Aaron Love? I mean, Jordan Love. You don't like him?
I ain't got nothing good to say. I don't have nothing good to say about him, so let's move on.
So out of the quarterbacks left in the playoffs, we got Lamar Jackson, we got Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. I guess Jaden Daniels. Who do you think is the best quarterback remaining in the playoffs, Earl?
Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback remaining in the
Patrick
playoffs.
Mahomes is still the best quarterback?
Yeah.
Who do you think, Neil?
I like Lamar. Not knocking Patrick. I just like Lamar.
I like both of them, and I like Josh Allen. I wonder who's going to really show up the most, though.
I think Lamar has to show up the most.
When we used to go to the picnics up on 7th Street, and Mr. Donald Moore's father and Mr. Winbush Donald used to play horseshoes, I never was able to play it. Never had the skill. I don't do horseshoes. I say that to say anybody can have all the awards in the world, but if you ain't winning, if you ain't won nothing, that don't mean nothing to me. You can have all the MVPs, you can roll all over everybody, but if you ain't won no championship, that don't mean nothing to me. But that's just me. Larry's the type of person, they don't have to win no championship. Doesn't mean they're not talented. Doesn't mean they're not great ball players. That's true.
Absolutely right.
That's true. I agree with that.
I hear you, but I can't.
Joe Flacco won a championship. You mean to tell me he's better than some of these guys playing?
Yeah, he won. He was. Yeah. He won a Super Bowl.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. What's the other quarterback Baltimore had? He was just as bad, and he won the Super Bowl before Flacco. I can't think his name. His brother played in Seattle too.
Yeah, I can't even think who you're talking about. I'm thinking about one that Tampa had too. I can't. They're so bad I can't even remember their names. They won Super Bowls.
The Tampa quarterback wasn't that the former Redskins quarterback?
One of them might have been, yeah.
It tells you how good he was. You can't even remember his name.
Right, but they won Super Bowls.
Yeah, they had a great team.
Based on, I think Super Bowl is a lot of it is quarterback certainly has an impact, but a lot of it is a group award.
I'm just saying this. Josh Allen and Lamar, who are the two best physically in the league. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL. Anybody thinks any different, that's just what they think. That doesn't mean they're crazy. But Joe Allen and Lamar Jackson had plenty of times to come through at one time or another. And it's crucial they have it.
I think Josh Allen has his problem has been his team hasn't had a defense. Because he's played well in playoff games. They just can't stop anybody.
Yeah, he's been trying to outscore other teams.
Yeah. Lamar has made some names.
No, Larry, he's played well. He has not played.
He's played as well as Patrick.
They would have won.
He played as well as Patrick Mahomes the last time they played him in the playoffs. He just has no defense. Maybe it's no defense against Patrick Mahomes too. Mm-hmm. Kansas City won the coin toss and they got the ball.
So let me tell you, who do y'all think is the best quarterback in the NFL? Who do you think, Neil? I'm not just that one.
I said I like Lamar.
If we're talking about this season,
no, we're not talking about this season. I'm not talking about this season.
Okay, well, I mean that's why we got to define the question. If you're talking about over career, I think everybody's gonna go with Patrick Mahomes. But if we're talking about currently,
I think you might go with Lamar. We don't know who Neil go with.
No, like he said, it depends on like this season. I like Lamar. Patrick Mahomes has proved himself over the years. Yeah, I can't take nothing away. He was a bad boy last year before last. He didn't look good this year. I'll put it this way. he wasn't Patrick Mahomes this year. He still was better than a lot of other quarterbacks out there. He just wasn't putting up like Patrick Mahomes usually put up numbers and stuff.
I agree with that, but the sports doctor's a rough guy, man.
Oh, I know.
No, man, I'm just saying, man. Come on. I can only pull for you with so much. I love Lamar. Let's go, baby. But come on, those performances he's had is crucial. I can't do it.
I agree with him, but I think Josh Allen has played very well. They've lost games because he doesn't have defense. Lamar has laid some eggs in the playoffs, no doubt about it. We will see.
So,
all right, ladies.
Go ahead.
What'd you say, Neil?
No, I was going to ask Earl. So, like somebody like Jaden Daniels, like pretty good quarterback or whatever. You think he's up there to be the next Mahomes or whatever, or you think he needs time? Because he's breaking records now. And you like him. That's why I asked you.
Well, as long as we've been talking sports, who have I used my special?
Oh, you always Mahomes. You Mahomes, man.
I said
he says Daniels is special, too.
Yeah.
He's special.
Okay.
I don't know what else you want me to say. If I say that about this guy, and I've hated the team he played for over 35, maybe 40 years, and I say he's special, this dude's good. I gotta go with him, man. To answer your question, I think he would be the next. To answer your question, I seem to be acting like a lot of other people I used to. A lot of people that I know. I've been directly answering the question. Just answer the question. Yes, I think he would be the next Mahomes coming out.
Okay.
Is Lamar Jackson special?
Very special. Yes, he is.
Josh Allen, is he special?
Yes, he is.
Okay. So you could be special without winning a championship. Okay. Makes sense.
Jalen Daniels, before it's over, okay, this is a big crucial game for him right now for his career, right? The one coming up, right? Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Biggest game he's had in the pros.
Okay. So watch how he performs tomorrow. He ain't gonna be doing stupid stuff, intercepting, fumbles, not running when he can, and all that. He gonna win the game for them tomorrow because he's special. Yes, Josh Allen and Lamar are special. But
I hope they let him play. The first time they played against Tampa, they didn't really unleash him, and I was kind of mad because I'm like, if you're gonna play him, let him play. But I had to sit back and think he had limited preseason, reps and all of that. But now I look at him as a different person, and they're a different team. Mm-hmm. But I won't underestimate Baker Mayfield because he's had a pretty decent year this year.
I'm interested in the Lattimore and Evans matchup.
Oh, yeah.
Lattimore,
they like to fight.
Healthy.
Yeah, they like to fight, don't they?
I just hope Lattimore is healthy because Evans
is not healthy. You played ball. You played ball when you hurt your hamstring. That shit took you half a year to recover.
That's why I'm saying I hope he's because Evans gonna go at him, bro.
The Redskins haven't had a decent running back since a defensive back since what? Dow Green? Who else they had?
Champ Bailey was on it.
Champ Bailey was overrated, man.
Champ Bailey can play, Earl.
I said he was all right, Earl. He was all right.
Champ Bailey can play.
I didn't say that he could not play.
Oh, he's overrated. Okay.
The team here ain't have nobody decent. They had to pump up somebody. So the press said, "Oh, this guy's good." And so everybody bought on it. He's all right. He's all right.
All right.
He's all right.
I like Springs.
Hall of Fame? Is he Hall of Fame? You don't have to be good to be Hall of Fame, though. But do you think he'd be Hall of Fame?
I think he's got a chance to be that. Yeah, Champ
Bailey.
Yeah, he had a good career when he left the Redskins. He didn't go downhill.
Why they let him go?
They got Clinton
He
Portis.
left, didn't he?
Well, you
No,
can't
they
go
trade
by.
him for Clinton. They trade him for Clinton Portis.
Oh, okay.
Those are two stars that got traded for each other.
Oh, two overrated. Crazy. Right. You should get equal value.
There you go. They were equal value.
Yeah.
Was Douglas tough?
Hey, when he was with Denver, Clinton Portis was one of the fastest backs out there. As usual, a team comes to the skin that they're at the latter part of their career. That's kind of how the Redskins get started.
The problem was he came when Joe Gibbs was here, and Joe Gibbs wanted to make him John Riggins instead of giving him his space.
Yeah.
I remember the first time he got the ball, I was at the game. He scored it. He scored his first carry.
Mm-hmm. Straight up the middle.
Well,
Gibbs, 3 yards in a cloud of dust instead of getting him in some space.
well, bully for him. Still overrated. Hey, Maria, how are you?
Well, look, that's all the time we have today. Thank everybody for tuning in. And
Wait a minute, man. You see, I'm tripping, man. I thought we had tuned off, man. I wasn't just saying all that stuff on the show.
Nah,
the whole world is seeing you now.
Good, man. This is good.
Yeah.
Wow.
So please tune in next week at 11 o'clock where we'll do the second round. Thank you, Sharice. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Reese.
We'll do the second round. You'll get our results, and we'll see who's the leader of the playoffs. Leader after the first week of picks in the playoffs. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you next week.
Okay. All right, Larry. Deal. Oh, man.